So I just thought of what exactly it is they're doing to the liberals, because I want to do it to them, but really they're already doing it to us. So the liberals are trying to destroy us in any way other than pull the trigger. Now, if the liberals had enough power to actually do real violence to us, they would just do violence to us. They really don't want an argument. They really don't want to spend time in the argument. They're darn near at the point where they just call security and they have us escorted out because we said something they didn't like a word or a tone or this or that. That is what liberals are like with us. And they're trying to extend this privilege to people on the Republican side and seeing who's going to fucking reach for it. Now, like, if you have a legitimate complaint, that's one thing. But if this is just a weapon that is there to be used, and like as soon as you use it, like you turn into that smug fucking thing. I already know. I feel that power coming inside of me, and that smugness. It's a lure. It's like I know I can reach for a weapon, and everybody's gonna stand up for me on this side because it's I got one of those scapegoats. Like I got them where I could fucking just keep on kicking the shit out of them, and everybody's gonna encourage me. Now, when it's not popular to do so, it doesn't matter how guilty the other person is. When it's not popular to do so, everybody's against it. And what this is it's not necessarily like, you haven't convinced me yet. It's just they are convinced off the mere fact that everybody is saying something different, even though it doesn't make any sense. Like, if somebody says, like, that's right, because and it doesn't make any sense that is right, but everybody else thinks that's right, they're going to go ahead and go along with it. And that's what this liberal loves more than anything else. It is definitely it's the Four Lights episode. I love that episode. I love Irenicus. Oh, that man made that game. That voice. He's like, when the world of flesh is beneath you, even creatures magical and mystical will fall. Gotta get there, though. Oh, what we should do to this liberal, right? Because what this liberal does, right, is he takes over the platform, he takes over the means of production. Really, he's always had the means of production, pretends that we have the means of production, and then thinks his whole movement is him taking over the means of production from us. But the Democrat has been in Hollywood for 100 years and has been making movies. That Jew has had the means of production for how long? Since fucking forever. But it's like this idea where it's like, they got these Jewish Bolsheviks that were privileged in Europe. They're already super privileged. It's already super nepotistic. That want to come over and take over a state and put themselves in charge and be even more privileged and more entitled than they were before. Like, I don't get it. Like, why haven't we called you out? And it's because we're pretending. We're pretending that we're not victims of this liberal's crime, of this Bolshevik crime, of this Jew's crime, of this criminal's crime, of this racketeer's crime. These people need to be brought up on RICO. And see, what they're doing is, it's like, I'm trying to destroy you by means other than a gun. And it's not really, they'll let somebody else pull the trigger. They'll call the police, they'll call security, they'll do all that. See, like, if you get on Oprah or some other shit like this, or any one of those episodes, right, or any one of those goddamn talk shows, especially the ones that women are on, because it's such a lowest common denominator. Like, anything unpleasant or anything that they don't like, they're just like, they act like it's a big fucking deal. What they do is they purposely antagonize people. They purposely antagonize you so they can do violence to you. They want to come down on you. They want to stop you from saying what you're going to say. They want to swing their dick around. That woman Oprah, stop right there. You're not going to say that to me. I'm going to get my security. Like, you ever imagine being on one of these shows? I know a lot of people do. But let's be honest. Like, you can't talk to these people. Nobody can talk to these people. They are looking to do violence to you already. They're looking to antagonize you. They're looking to pigeonhole you, make some stupid argument that doesn't make any sense to a bunch of ignorant people, and then you have to explain yourself. Like, they love to say stupid shit. They love to say stupid ass shit and pretend that, not even pretend. A lot of times they believe it. But it's like you're trying to argue against stupidity. Like they ask you dumbass questions. Well, then why doesn't science float? When you're like, well, gravity? Well, what the fuck is gravity? And then you have to sit there and explain gravity to a fucking dumbass liberal. When it should be some common sense fucking shit that shouldn't be like fucking so compartmentalized in his fucking goddamn head. But it's a liberal. It's a black person. It's a Jew. I really don't know many Jews. But like, it's like, did you hone in on something? It's like, did you... I want to blame them more than I want to blame myself. Because most of the time, I just describe things. So if you are what I described, that's not my fault. That's your fault. Don't be what you are. I won't describe you. You know, these people have a problem with me describing them. It's like I have all these things in my head. Go ahead and lie. Go ahead and cheat. Go ahead and steal. I'm like, only people that are not as good as me need to do that. And that's everybody. What I need, because then they get to accuse me of lying, cheating, and stealing just like them. See, you're just like us. They'll do anything but give me a fair shot. And then if they do give me they don't really give me a fair shot. They fucking don't ever give me a fair shot. They hamstring me every single time right before the fucking game. That's what these liberals are, and that's what they do. And I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? We need to kick them out. We need to do to them what they're doing to us. Since we can't use a gun and we can't shoot them, we just make sure they get fired. You know, we could let them work at Walmart. They could get on SSI. You know, they could say they have head problems. You know, we could talk shit about them, call them privileged, call them entitled, beat them the fuck up until they fucking either overdose on drugs, kill themselves, or get on SSI. Or maybe they decide to be a fucking woman, fucking turn their penis inside out. That's what we need to do to this Democrat. Because that's what that Democrat is trying to do to us. Now, again, more often than not, his own false susceptible to his own ploy. And it's like, let's make a group of black men that do their best to demasculate fucking white men. Except most white men are not near black men. You know what you got near other fucking bully-ass black men that are trying to demasculize? You know, really white men, but, you know, it turns out that they end up demasculizing everybody else around them. You have your sons, and you turn your sons gay when you fucking act like a fucking vicious fucking bitch-ass tyrant, and you fucking don't take any get back. Don't let anybody bite back or any word or any tone that displeases you. You're the only person that can have that type of tone. You're the only person that can talk that way. Type of black man. Turn your son gay. At least we get some consolation. Shit. But I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, if you want to turn your son gay, that's one thing. Like, stop trying to turn us gay. How about you keep your stuff to yourself is basically what I'm saying. For the rest of eternity. Like, I should slap like fucking Bill Burr wants to come over here and talk to me about fucking goddamn fucking wants to stand up for black people or some shit. Like, I wouldn't accept it from any of them. Like, I just wouldn't. I would just slap that motherfucker. Be like, you Uncle Tom ass fucking fascist. And you just fucking sit there and fucking kiss the butt of the liberal party and they give you flipping everything. Is what that is.